So when you first get started as a color street stylist, there are two really important things that you want to do. One is creating a party link in your name. Okay, I showed you how to do that in the last video. You are going to go to parties, create new party, you title it, you make yourself the host. That way you are getting all the host benefits, and this becomes your shopping link to that party. Okay, but the next thing that you're going to want to do, assuming you're on Facebook, as I recommend you be for this business, you need to create a VIP group. Okay, that is where you're going to do all of your promoting and talking about the business and sharing nails and all of that good stuff. So, in order to do that, you log into Facebook. It's easiest if you do it from a computer. You click at the top on Create. You choose Group. Okay? Name your group, whatever it is you want it to be. Let's just say this one is going to be Always Polished with Katie, Independent Color Street Stylist. Okay? You don't need to worry about adding people right away. You want to get that group set up first before you start adding anybody. Under privacy, you're going to pick private. We want our groups to be private so that only people who you send the link to or you invite or your other guests invite can find it. And if you made it public, you wouldn't be able to offer any type of specials or do giveaways or anything like that. So we can only do those in private groups. As far as visibility, I would stick with visible. You don't want it to be hidden because you do want people to be able to find it. Visible just means they can find it, but they still have to be let into the group. Okay? Pinned shortcuts if you want. All that's going to do is put it over on the side here so you can quickly access it. I like that feature, so I'm going to say yes. Okay? And then you hit create. And what that is going to do is create a brand new group that can become your VIP group. That is where you're going to add all your customers, okay? Now, before you start inviting people, you got to have something to show them, right? You don't want it to just look like this. So I would start by uploading a photo. There's tons of Facebook group cover photos in the graphics group. You can look there. You can design them on apps like WordSwag or Canva. So get something cute in there. And if you were to order business cards, they'll send you a digital image. And like for mine, for instance, I even have my business card just shown here, okay? And then you're going to want to have at least a few posts to get started. Maybe you put in something about pricing. So let's just say we were to go to, of course, I've got all of these folders for all of my graphics and things like that. So maybe you find a graphic that is for pricing, okay? And you're gonna pick, okay, yeah, I like that one. So you pick that and you write a little something about it, you know, like what an amazing deal Color Street is, look what you can get, you know, no way you could do this at a salon, blah, blah, blah. I'm just gonna say that, blah, 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 because this is just an example. And then you're going to post that, okay? So now at least you've got a post in there about pricing. Another thing I would really recommend is setting up like a welcome post, okay? Now I'm gonna just show you my group so that you can see kind of what mine looks like and get a feel for that. And no surprise, I was not creative on the fly just then, trying to come up with the group name. My group name is Always Polished. Okay, so we're gonna go over to my group. Oh, it picked up Katie's. Oops, let's go back to the shortcuts. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Always Polished with Kristin. That's me. Okay. So you see here, this is my business card. That's something that you could do as your group cover photo. And under announcements, I have my welcome post. Now I do change whatever announcement is pinned at the top, based on what I'm doing that month. So normally people would see this first when they came to my page. So some great info about why I love Color Street, talking about how I could give them a tester, a two-finger tester if they're new, a link to my shopping site, of course, a link to my album with all my at-home inventory. And then I have these 5 different photos and videos plugged in here. And if you click on each one, it's going to tell you a little bit about the pictures. This one talks a little bit about me and my girls. This one is about you know, how easy it is to put on. This one here is everything that comes in a package with some more information on the side about how to apply, pricing, that kind of good stuff. If we go over here, I've got a post about host rewards. And then finally, sort of a testimonial post, pictures of me with other team members, with Mr. Fa Park, and just some info about the business. So all of that comprises what I refer to as my welcome post. And like I said, normally 9 times out of 10, this is posted to the top of all my announcements so that people see it right away. And what I do each time somebody comes into my group is I comment here on this welcome post and welcome them to the group. You can see I just did it last night. Lisa, welcome to the group. Take a look around. Let me know if you have any questions. Sometimes I'll say, if you're new to Color Street, let me give you a sample, whatever you want to say, but you got to put something there, and it's a great place that you can tag people. So going back to our mock VIP group here. So in addition to pricing, maybe you do a welcome post. I would highly recommend that before you get started. How about adding some nail fees, some pictures, things that they're going to want to look at. You can edit the description over here on the side. So if you hit add description, you can type in here like this group is for, members of Katie's VIPs, a little bit about Color Street. That's just something that will always kind of stick to the side over there. The other thing that you can do is work on your settings, okay? So if you click on notifications, even if you created the group, it defaults to giving you highlights of notifications. Well, you don't want that. You want all posts because you want to be notified every time somebody posts, right? So that'd be the first thing I would do is click on notifications, change it to all posts. Then you can go to more. And from here, you want to edit group settings, okay? If you wanted to change the title of the group, you could do that again in here. This is that same description that was off to the side before. It's also here, so you can edit it from either spot. You can choose the color for like the background up at the top by your cover photo. But this I really like. You can hit customize address and you can change it. So instead of it saying groups 3187 blah 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 blah, you can put something in like always polished with Katie. And if it's available, it will give it to you. I'll show you on mine because I don't want to take that if somebody actually is going to use that at some point because it will take that away. But if you go here, if you look at mine, see how mine now is facebook.com/group/always polished. It's not 1, 2, 3, 8, 7, 5, 10, 11, right? And so let's look at my settings and I'll show you where I did that here. So again, under edit group settings, you can see my description is here. And this is where I changed the address. So when you change that, and if it's not already taken, it will give that to you. And then you can use that when you want to share your group with people, okay? So going back, let's go back to our mock one here. So we're just gonna cancel that. If you keep scrolling down, you will see here, if you want to ask questions of members before you're allowed to admit them, you could do that here. So you could hit ask questions, you can type in any questions that you want. So I have 3 questions. And you know what, let's just go back over to mine and you can see them. So under ask questions, I have you ever tried Color Street? Are you interested in becoming a Color Street stylist? And how did you find me and my group? Okay, so those are my membership questions. You can put in whatever you like, but I do think it's nice to have an idea of who they are and what they're looking for with your group. What else can you pick in here? Let's see. Posting permissions. If you want anybody to be able to post or only you want to post, you can change that there. And then here's a one you might want to consider: post approval. So do you want people to just be able to come and post every time, or do you want to have to approve their posts before they go? So that is again under settings, and you get there by clicking on ... more and edit group settings. Okay, now let's just get out of here for now. I'll just hit save. And then if we want to go back to sort of like the home page of our group, you can click on the name over here. All right. Now, let's say you want to share your group. There's a couple ways you can do that. On a computer, it's really easy. You could just come right up here and copy that URL, paste that, and send that to people. Or you can click on share from there. And this it's basically creating a post that you could share straight onto your timeline. Okay. So especially if you're just getting started, you're going to want to do this, right? And tell everybody about how you're a stylist. Here's my group, please join. But you can also click on other options here. Share in a private message, okay? Share in another group, share on a friend's timeline. So there's lots of ways you can share. If you were to click share in a private message, you would need to pick the person you're going to share it with, and it will send them a nice message with a link to your group in it, okay? A little different on your phone. If you're on your phone, you're going to click on the little shield that appears at the top right of the group, and from there you can click on share, and it's going to give you the options to copy the link. All right, now let's say you've got everything set up, you've got your welcome post, your price list, you've got some photos of the nails, you're using, of course, your party link every time you're posting about your group, okay? Then you can start inviting people. So in order to do that, you just come over to the side here and start typing in your friends' names and invite away. If you're on your phone, the invite button is just right at the top under the photo. It'll say invite from there. So this is really what's going to get you started. Okay, like we said, creating a party link in your name, creating your VIP group, posting that party link all over your VIP group, and of course remembering to update that link. You can basically just start sharing a new one each time you change over your party. And now remember, this party link, all that does is take people to your shopping website. So let me just show you kind of what this would look like. So let's say you did a post and you're like, take a look at what we have to offer, okay? And of course you're posting your link so that everybody shops your party. And let's just post it, and I want to show you what it's going to look like here. So now if somebody comes to your group and they want to shop, right, they click on your link and it takes you, it takes them to your website, and look here, it has the party link already in this banner up here, which means they are shopping through your party. If you were to just post your website, they're going to go to your website just fine, but it's not going to be attached to your party. So more about that in the other video I did on parties. So this, I really just wanted you guys to see kind of the difference between having a VIP group, having a shopping website, and having a party link, which is associated with your shopping website, okay? I know it's a lot. If you have any questions, let me know, but hopefully this will get you off to a quick start.